All right, let's see where we're at. Híjole. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. So today we are doing a weigh-in. And guys, it's not a weigh-in that I really want to do, but I have to keep myself accountable. I feel like weigh-ins are really important, especially when you have goals or you're on a weight loss journey. Even if you know you did bad that week, you should still keep track of it, because that's just a record of your ups, your highs and lows, your ups and downs. A weight loss journey is not a linear, like, you're gonna have your ups and downs. It's just gonna happen. And I feel like I've just been in this place where I've just been snacking a little more. I have been craving things that I haven't craved in a long time. And maybe it's because I'm getting older. Maybe it's a hormonal thing. Maybe it's, I don't know. I do have an appointment where I'm gonna go do kind of like a full panel, just because like I haven't done it in years. And so I'm like, oh, actually it's been about a couple years where I just did blood work, but this time I'm gonna do like a full physical. I've even thought about doing like a full body scan. Like, have you guys done that, where you do like from head to toe, you just do a body scan to make sure that like everything is okay? So I've thought about doing that. But anyway, guys, I have been a little bit on the struggle bus, I'm not gonna lie. And it's so weird because I will be so good Monday through Friday. So I feel so pumped. I'm like, yes, I've been doing good. Like, you know, I feel good. I wake up lean. I wake up feeling like snatcha. You know what I mean? I feel like, and then here comes Friday, and not even Friday morning. It's more of like a Friday, kind of Friday evening, where it's like, bro, it's the weekend. Like, it is time to enjoy life. And I'm all about enjoying life, but when you start having a little bit of like ups and downs, that's where you really need to kind of put your, like, kind of check yourself and be like, okay, wait a minute. It's all, you know, it's great to go out to dinner, but it's all about choices. And then Saturday morning, I love going to a little place that's about 30 minutes from here. And they have a coffee shop there that I really love. And they make everything out of sourdough. Now, we all know that sourdough, it's not low carb, but because it's made with a sourdough starter and they use ancient grains and everything, is like they use coconut sugar. Like, it's like very, very, very like a clean place. It doesn't hurt my stomach. So I usually get really, really bloated with any type of gluten. Sometimes even with dairy, like if I'm having a lot of like mozzarella or like a soft cheese, it really messes up my gut. I used to almost have like an intolerance to dairy. Like, I actually had to cut it out for 6 months one time. I had to cut out dairy. I cut out gluten as well, but then I kept the gluten off. And then little by little, I've been able to incorporate dairy back into my life, because I've been like healing my gut. So healing comes from obviously eliminating seed oils, making changes. Guys, none of us are perfect. I'll just speak for myself. I am not perfect by all means. Like, I love me my snacks. I love to go out and have like my favorite French fries once in a while with like their homemade ranch. I just love certain foods that are not the best, but I am very intentional. Like, I do not do that every weekend. Like, I do it once in a while. So the majority of the time I am eating clean foods. I do not use seed oils here at my house. The only thing I have is avocado oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, oh, and olive oil, of course. So making those switches has made a world of a difference. I also incorporated my seed probiotics, which you guys know if you've been following me here on the channel. I've been taking them for over 3 years. They are literally God sent. Like, they have made the biggest difference for me. I just take 2 in the morning. It's the seed, it's called Symbiotic, which is both a probiotic and a prebiotic. And guys, I'm telling you, before I started taking that, I used to get bloated. Like, after I ate, I would literally look like I was kind of pregnant. I had inflammation, my hair was falling out. I had patches, like actual dry patches on my skin, which was so weird because I had one patch right here on my stomach that was so itchy. And so, yeah, I just take 2 a day, and it has literally made my digestion, everything just kind of flow, which is, which is amazing, because now I've been able to incorporate a little bit of dairy back into my life, which has made a world of a difference. I mean, guys, cutting out dairy is so hard, especially I'm Mexican. A lot of my food, I love quesadillas, I love tacos, I love cheese in my salads. So anyway, that was a huge, huge, huge thing to put back into my diet. And it's all due to those changes. Cutting out seed oils, eliminating a lot of the refined sugars, cutting out a lot of processed foods, and incorporating a very high quality probiotic and prebiotic. So if you don't have a high quality probiotic and prebiotic that you love and you trust, I'm gonna leave the one that I use in the description below. You can use my discount code, which is LCL25. That'll get you 25% off on your order. So that'll be linked in the description below. But that has made a huge, huge difference for me. Now, right now, I'm in a place where I feel like it's probably stress. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot going on. I have a lot of projects going on. I'm definitely someone who deals with stress by eating like yummy foods. Like when I'm super stressed out, I will literally sit there and I'm like, okay, what am I craving? Like literally that's what I do. I'll even get in my car and I'll just be like, okay, what are we craving? I'll literally go through like all the things that are within like a 5-minute radius and I'm like, no. And sometimes I don't. And sometimes I'll end up like at a fast food spot and sometimes I'll end up at a grocery store. But that's been happening to me quite a bit. And I did a weigh-in about 2.5 weeks ago just for myself here at home. And I was like, what the heck? Like I haven't been able to get under 180. And I just didn't want to go up higher because guys, when you don't tackle the problem at the beginning, like it just keeps going and going. So that's why hopping on the scale is important as well. You don't want it to start with like a little problem and then it just becomes something where then you get to a point where you're like, I just fell off the wagon. Who cares now? Like, you know what I mean? You don't want it to get to that point. So I would say if you are someone that's struggling right now and you feel like I'm snacking, I can't get back on the wagon. Like you're basically in the dirt right now. I'm going to tell you really quickly what to do because it's what helps me and it's where I'm at right now because I'm tired of it. I'm like, dude, summer is around the corner. I do not want to feel uncomfortable in like summer dresses, in swimsuits. You know, I usually travel a lot more during the summer because it's when my daughter is out of school. And so then we're going for sure. We always go to Hawaii. We're definitely going to Europe. She loves to go to Greece. I want to feel comfortable. But guys, my head is like wanting sourdough croissants and like sourdough bread with butter. and even though it is a much better option for us, when you have goals, you still have to eliminate certain foods like that. So I am there. I know that the scale, I know it, but we have to do it. And I want to be transparent with you. And I want you guys to see that even someone like me that knows exactly how to eat and what to eat can also gain weight and also just be on the struggle bus. And that's kind of where I'm at. I've been a little bit on the struggle bus. So let's do it together. Guys, summer is around the corner. Okay, we can do this. Like we could literally do this. I have my meal plan. It's linked in the description below. It is switching over to like whole foods. The main thing that we should be eating if we're trying to actually see results, see that scale move, see your body fat drop, is protein, veggies, and healthy fats. That is it. And it's not that we don't have carbs because veggies are carbs, but having like a cup of broccoli or like a bunch of asparagus or like a stir fry with like mushrooms and onions and bell peppers is very different than having like 2 or 3 slices of sourdough bread. You know what I mean? They're both carbs and they're both good for us. Like sourdough is actually really good for your gut, but not when you're actively trying to lose weight and actually see results. Okay, now if you're on a calorie deficit and you're tracking your macros like down to the T, sure, you could literally incorporate anything, but I'm not that person. And that's not the way I choose to lead in terms of like diet. Because if I start thinking too much about how much I'm eating, how many calories, it just causes me too much like stress. And I feel like the stress of being restricted makes me just be like, oh, I can't do this. Like I'm just literally going to, you know what I mean? So if you're someone like me, then the best way is literally focusing on your protein, incorporating those veggies, because remember, veggies are fiber, veggies make you feel full, veggies give your food bulk, and then do the healthy fats, and that keeps you full even longer. So that's where we're at. Okay, now you know my mentality. You know that I've been a bit on the struggle bus. So now let's go see where I'm at. I'm thinking I'm still in the 180s for sure. I should be starting my cycle tomorrow or the day after. So I already know that alone is something that adds, a few pounds to me. But let's go hop on the scale, see where we're at, and then we're just gonna continue with the protein, veggies, and healthy fats. No sourdough. I'm making a promise right now, okay? I am not having sourdough. I'm not having sourdough pastries. I'm literally gonna stick to it. I have to. So, but let's go see where we're at and then just go from there. Oh, guys, I'm telling you. All right. See where we're at. $184. Híjole. Guys, like I haven't been able to get under 180. All right, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Okay, so I know what I have to do. I've just been slacking. That's just the bottom line. I've been slacking. So I'm just trying to think of like exactly how I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna do a weigh-in. Let's do it exactly in like, I think in 2 weeks. I feel like that's enough time. I'm gonna do a weigh-in like in 2 weeks from now. And like mentally, I just need to prepare for that, because it's one of those things where you just need to make the changes like today. It's not tomorrow. It's not Monday. Oh, I have the weekend. No, it's literally like right now. And even though like today I had 2 hard-boiled eggs, I had some chicken sausage. So I've kept everything really good. And sometimes it's not right now. It's literally like maybe later today once I get really hungry. And then instead of having something that I know I should be having, I'm just kind of like, oh, let's just go have this, or let's go out to eat. And it's like, no. You need to, like, when you actually have goals, then you need to stick to what you know. You need to stick to the plan, And so right now, this is where I'm at. We're going to do one, I would say in about 2 to 3 weeks, just depends on like my schedule here, with my videos, but I will be doing an update. And then I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I ate. I'll probably even try to take like videos and stuff so that you could see. So it's gonna be pretty repetitive. It's not things that look beautiful, but it's gonna be ground beef, veggies, eggs, avocado, but simple things. Also veggies instead of chips work really, really well. So I'm just gonna try to stick to the basics. Like going back to basics always works so well for me. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. No, not think, Myra. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And then at the end of the day, the scale doesn't lie. And that's one of the reasons why it's so good to keep track of your progress, because even someone like me, I can still fall off. And I wouldn't say I actually fell off. Like I am going to start my period tomorrow. So I know I'm like a few pounds, but I would say I'm still probably at like 181 around there. I feel like the weight that I feel my very best at is 175. So that is the goal, 175. If I get down to like 170, I think then it would just give me that like little room to be between 170 and 175. But I don't want to do 180 to 185 because then I could just get carried away and keep going up. So I feel like the 170 to 175 is where I want to be. So that's the goal. I know I'm not going to reach that in 2 weeks, but I just want to give you a progress. So we're going to do progress. I want you guys to keep me accountable. If you guys want to do it with me, let's do it. My meal plan is linked in the description below. It's exactly what I'm going to be following. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos. Honestly, it's just me wanting to be very transparent with you and for you guys to know that I'm just a regular, normal person. I'm a woman just like most of you that loves food and struggles. I struggle with it too, even though I know exactly what to eat, because sometimes I have cravings, and I have cravings to eat a freaking scone, not a I don't know, not a piece of like bacon or something. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I love you guys. Please share my channel, share with your friends and family. Let people know that I have a meal plan that could be really, really helpful to them as well. But thank you for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.